The Middle Archaic Period. The Middle Archaic Period, spanning from 8,000 to 5,000 years ago, experienced notable changes, though many aspects were similar to those of the Early Archaic era. One significant difference was that the points from this period were generally smaller. And also, during the Middle Archaic era, a shift in the climate became evident. Between 7,000 and 4,000 years ago, eastern North America saw a trend toward drier and warmer conditions. This climatic shift caused the prairie to spread from the Great Plains into areas like modern-day Illinois, Indiana, and even western Ohio. As a result, Middle Archaic sites are scarce or missing in much of Ohio, possibly due to a localized population decline caused by the changing climate. Now, people have moved away from their traditional territories to seek more favorable environments in present day, so why wouldn't they do it in the past, right? Also, alternatively, it is worth noting that people have theorized it is possible that these sites were eroded over time due to increased rainfall during later periods. Despite the scarcity of Middle Archaic sites in Ohio, we can piece together information from neighboring regions to better understand this transitional era in history. During the Middle Archaic period, hunters and gatherers continued to exploit a diverse range of animal species and collected a growing array of wild plants. Evidence from archaeological sites reveals that they hunted deer, elk, raccoons, birds, turtles, and fish. And they of course gathered nuts, including hickory nuts and acorns, as well as other plant foods. Hickory nuts and acorns became particularly important due to their nutritional value and ease of processing and storage. Hickory nuts are rich in fats and proteins, while acorns are high in fats and carbohydrates. The toolkit of the Middle Archaic people included a variety of ground stone tools such as grooved axes, the atlatl weights, grinding stones, pitted stones, plummets, and net sinkers. Pitted stones were flat rocks with depressions that may have been used for cracking nuts or grinding pigments. Plummets were small-shaped and grooved stones that might have served as weights or charms. Some settlements from the Middle Archaic period in Ohio were relatively large and might have been used as base camps over several seasons and several generations. These base camps served as central locations from which people could venture out to hunt, fish, or gather resources like nuts, berries, and firewood. Typically, men would form groups to go hunting, while women, carrying infants in slings or backpacks, would gather in groups to harvest hickory nuts or pick blackberries. Older children and the elderly might either join one of these foraging groups or remain at the base camp, where they could also catch small animals or collect firewood. At the end of the day, everyone returned to the camp with the results of their efforts. Successful hunters would share their meat with the entire band. While not every hunting attempt was successful, having multiple groups out there hunting increased the chances of bringing in game. Sharing the hunt ensured that most members of the band had meat to eat. Meat was highly valued, and hunters who were consistently successful gained admiration and respect. Because men did most of the hunting, it was primarily men who achieved this higher status. The Middle Archaic climate may have led to more frequent droughts and times when food was scarce. The average lifespan during this period was around 25 years, although this was largely due to high infant mortality rates common among hunter-gatherer societies. However, those who survived childhood had a reasonable chance of living into their 30s, with some reaching up to 60 years of age. Middle Archaic people faced various health issues including arthritis, broken bones, and dental abscesses. Despite the richness and rewards of the hunting and gathering lifestyle, it was physically and mentally demanding and occasionally pretty dang dangerous. Archaic groups probably lacked formal chiefs or leaders who could issue orders. Instead, decisions about when to move the camp or whether to focus on hunting or gathering were made collectively through discussion and consensus. Members of the group had the freedom to follow different paths if they disagreed with the decision, reflecting a flexible and democratic approach to decision making. But elders were highly valued in the community for their knowledge, which was crucial for survival. For instance, during severe droughts, an elder might recall past strategies for survival. Without written records, the collective memory of the group was preserved by these individuals. The death of an elder was not only a personal loss, but also the loss of invaluable knowledge, akin to the destruction of a library today. Archaeologists have uncovered several burials from the Middle Archaic period in the Ohio Valley, though none have been found in Ohio itself. This increase in burials suggests that the population might have been growing during this time. Additionally, there appears to have been a shift in religious practices, as the burials from this era show a preference for interment over cremation. Studying these burial sites provides a deeper understanding of life and death in the Middle Archaic period.